Yada y'all, welcome back to another video. If you didn't know this about me already, I'm definitely a lore goblin. I'm reading through the wiki about every character and their backstory. I'm calculating how many eggs to give to each person before I can ask them out, and I'm figuring out why some bulletin board quests are posted in the first place. Our farmer moves in, and as we slowly learn about the characters in Pelican Town, it just seems like we keep running into problems. The community center is run down, our grandpa's farm is completely overgrown, there's a mine with monsters pouring out of it sometimes. Good lord, what a disaster. I can't help but wonder, is Pelican Town doomed? That's what we're going to be figuring out today, so buckle up. If you don't know me, I'm Sauter. I make Stardew Valley YouTube videos featuring game challenges, lore and theory, crafting and analyses, so if you've got any feedback or suggestions for the next video, feel free to leave a comment below and hit that subscribe button for more. Now let's start off with some definitions we'll be working with throughout this video. Doomed is a bit of a scary word. Let's refine it down to something workable. Is Pelican Town an absolute hellhole? Just kidding. The better term we're looking for is dying town. So what is a dying town? Now, according to TV tropes, a dying town is a town that has lost its main reason for existing or the industry or support systems it needs to thrive. It's losing inhabitants faster than they're being replaced, and there is little income for the residents. The economy is overall very poor. The town's tax base is drying up, so now there's barely any public services available. If a dying town continues to die and isn't saved, what becomes of it? A ghost town. This would be Pelican Town's ultimate doom. All businesses would be boarded up and closed down, the woods would start to slowly overtake the town, and the grass would be completely overgrown, and with the close proximity of the mines and the monsters it holds, we can theorize that the monsters would eventually take over the town, since there would be no one left to fight against them. A grim fate for Pelican Town indeed. So now that we've got ourselves a checklist for what defines a dying town, let's determine if Pelican Town is, in fact, on this path of doom and gloom. Starting with the first item, losing inhabitants faster than they're being replaced. We start the game with our grandpa passing away. That's one less inhabitant right there, but we replace them, obviously. And we have villagers such as Evelyn and George that are, well, getting up there in age. Mayor Lewis is also in near-ish age range. Death, however, isn't the only thing that can cause a town to lose inhabitants. Let's have a look at Kent, for example. In spring of year 2, he returns back to Pelican Town after being overseas serving the army. There was a chance that he was never going to come back. We also have characters that just downright dislike being in Pelican Town, and we can theorize that if they were given an opportunity to leave, they just might. Haley, for example, states, "This town is so small, it sucks. I have to drive like 20 miles to buy any decent clothes. And the only thing I like about this town is the beach." Now, it is true that after reaching 6 hearts with her, she will say, "I used to complain about this town being so small, but I've grown to like it. If it was much bigger, it wouldn't feel like a community." We can theorize, however, that she only starts enjoying Pelican Town because of us. So now we've got quite a few inhabitants that Pelican Town can lose. Are they being replaced? The only way these inhabitants can be replaced is if people are buying up homes to come move to Pelican Town or building a new home, and throughout the game we never see that happening. New inhabitants can also be added to Pelican Town from, you know, being born, but the only people in Pelican Town that ever have children and will ever have children is us, the farmer. And that's only a max of 2. So at this point, we're going to tick off the checkbox and move on to the next requirement of a dying town. A dried up tax base, causing public services to barely be available. Pam states to us, "Times have been tough lately. I got laid off of my job as a bus driver." If we want to include the mine carts as public transportation, we know that that is also out of order, and the Junimos repair it. So at this point, all of Pelican Town's public transportation is basically non-existent. A community center is also usually covered by taxes, and Pelican Town's community center is completely run down and dilapidated. Mayor Lewis tasks us to repair it. We can theorize that there's hardly any money in the tax base to even attempt to fix it up. Next up is that poor economy. The businesses that do exist in Pelican Town are hanging by a thread, it seems. Gus at the saloon says, "Pam and Clint come into the saloon almost every night. I'd probably go out of business if they stopped coming." Now, it is possible that this is a lighthearted joke, but when we talk to the other business runners of Pelican Town, a picture is slowly painted for us. Harvey, for example, says, "I'm struggling to make ends meet. I don't have enough patience. I guess I could try to get patience from the neighboring towns." Clint even says, "Business has been slow lately. You should upgrade your tools. I could use the cash." The other business owners of Pelican Town do a fantastic job of advertising to you constantly, even if it's in a lighthearted way. Willie, for example, states, "If the local fishing scene got more lively, I might expand the shop's stock. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge." Pierre is downright shameless with the letters in the mail you get advertising his shop's goods. There's an aura of desperation from the shopkeepers in their endeavor to make ends meet. So that ticks all the requirements that we've laid out for what constitutes a dying town. Pelican Town is unfortunately doomed. If our farmer doesn't help the town repair the broken interpersonal connections, repair the community center, participate in the community, and spark some new life into some people, romance and marry Shane. Yeah, that's right, y'all. This is actually a Shane propaganda video. This whole time, I've been trying to convince y'all to romance Shane. Wait, please don't end the record. With that said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I stream pixel art and Stardew Valley on Twitch, so if you'd like to check that out, link in the description. And if you got some feedback or suggestions for the next video, be sure to leave a comment down below. And make sure to subscribe to catch my next video. I'll be making more Stardew Valley videos, so keep an eye out. See y'all next time. Bye!